Well, not very good at all. You know, you have to give Air Force a lot of credit. They pretty much dominated us. We couldn't get off the field defensively, and so first half, I mean, we hung in there, but in the second half, we couldn't get off the field, and we couldn't sustain drives on offense, and they used a lot of clock in the second half, and so you know, you just got to give them credit. They did a phenomenal job. They executed really, really well, and we couldn't stop them all night.
You said last week that it's really hard to simulate that type of offense. How do you think you guys did against that triple option?
How do you think we did against a triple option? They scored every time they had the ball, so we didn't do very well. You know, and it's very difficult to simulate it. They're very good at what they do. They eat a lot of clock. The running backs run really hard. They got on the perimeter. We didn't tackle very well, and you have to give them all the credit in the world. I mean, they did a great job, and that's a team that if they're clicking like that on all cylinders, you know, they're very difficult to stop. And when they eat as much clock as they do, it's very difficult to keep up with them. You pretty much have to score every time you have the ball. And in the second half, we couldn't sustain any drives. We were backed up and didn't hit a good punt and gave them field position, and you know, just really couldn't get off the field all night.
340 yards rushing on you guys. How do you just clean that up and just look forward?
Well, we don't play another option team. I mean, there's a reason why these guys lead the conference in rushing. You know, I mean, that's what they do. And not to mention they hit us on a big pass in the first half as well. When we got a little over aggressive, and but like I said, give them all the credit in the world. I mean, they're a very veteran football team. They're all juniors and seniors. They've been doing this for a long time. They're very well coached, and they dominated us tonight.
The field position in the second half there for your offense, was that kind of like
field position?
Yeah, that took you out of it a little bit, you think?
Well, we were backed up. We were backed up. The one time they punted, we were backed up. Tried to hit a play coming out with a pass, didn't make it, and then when we kind of shanked the punt, it kind of gave them a short field, and so that really, as far as field position was concerned, that kind of turned the tide. You know, you have to give them a long field, and hopefully, sometimes you hope for a turnover. We couldn't get a turnover tonight, and couldn't get off the field, and so I think they maybe punted one time all night long.
Is it a little concerning that you guys only were able to run 59 yards on the ground?
Well, yeah, I mean, in the first half, I mean, we were doing just fine. I mean, we were throwing it. We were very efficient in what we were doing. In the second half, you have to get a little bit aggressive when things are starting to happen like that, you know, so we didn't spend a lot of time trying to run the ball in the second half. You know, we'll go back and like I said, you give Air Force a lot of credit, and we'll go back to work this week and have a new opponent next week and do our best to rebound.
And how nice is it just to be back home and, you know, host UNLV?
Yeah, it's always nice to come home, you know, and so it's a short week, so we're going to have to heal up here in the next couple of days, and then because that's a physical game on both sides of the football, and I look forward to a game against UNLV coming back home.